Hello to all you cool cats out there, and welcome to another guide with our waifu of light. This one is the level 80 dungeon Akadaemia Anyder. Got some smooth jazz to listen to as we go through this dungeon, so let's just chill and enjoy the atmosphere. Alright then, Hepcat, let's dig on this place. As you jive through this groovy place, take a second to check out some of the artifacts and documents. Gives you some really hip information about this place's goings-on. Beyond that, nothing to take note of other than that there are a lot of AoEs to dodge. Our first boss fight is actually made up of two very ungroovy cats named Cladosalach and Dalitus. Cladosalach will use Protolithic Puncture, which is a tank buster of course. Tidal Guillotine is a large circle AoE around the boss. Cladosalach will switch out with Dalitus while Clado takes a lap around the pool. Dalitus will use Pelagic Cleaver, which is a large cone AoE that covers a large portion of the arena. Once Clado is done taking a brief swim, he'll use Tidal Guillotine near where he stops, so be sure to avoid that AoE when it comes. Once he jumps back in, it's turn for Dalitus to chill out in the pool and dig on this fight as he swims. Aquatic Lance will target players with AoE markers to move away from the party. When Dalitus is done taking a swim, he'll use Pelagic Cleaver from his side of the pool, so keep an eye on where he stops to avoid getting hit. Marine Mayhem will hit everyone for moderate damage. These two squares will continue to repeat these mechanics until they fall. The second boss is another square by the name of Marquis Morbol. This plant looks like something that even Poison Ivy would take some herbicide to. Sap Shower will target all players besides the tank with an AoE marker, so don't stand on top of one another. Arbor Storm will hit all players for moderate damage. The Marquis's favorite attack, however, is Extensible Tendrils. He'll raise his tendrils up and slam them into the ground several times, turning between each slam. Once he's done, he'll spit out a bunch of bile in front of him. A very uncool and very unhip thing to do. Occasionally he will cast Blossom, which will light up 4 symmetrical sections of flowers. All you groovy cats should know by now not to stand in these. If you do, you'll get hit with heavy and a vulnerability debuff. Other than that, there's nothing to worry about. Audrey 2 here should go down nice and smooth. With our last boss, one of these cats sacrifices himself to summon our good old Final Fantasy VIII Guardian Force, Quetzalcoatl. Not a very hip thing to do, but I'm sure he meant well. Shock Bolt is going to be a tank buster that needs mitigation. Thunderbolt will hit everyone for moderate damage. Thunderstorm will target players with AoE circles. Once they go off, several blue orbs will spawn. Players need to grab these orbs and grant themselves a damage up buff. If you miss one, the boss will get a damage up buff instead. Shocking Plumage sends out 4 cone AoEs, but these are easy to avoid. The most complicated of all Quetzalcoatl's attacks is Winding Current. 4 orbs will form in the center of the room, followed by a knockback attack which will force you to the edge of the arena. Quickly make your way around the growing AoEs and stand directly underneath the boss, as this is the only safe space. If you don't make it, you'll take heavy damage, possibly getting one shot. Sprint is a good idea here if you have it. Once you've seen all these, there's nothing new to take note of. Just keep grabbing those blue balls of his and put the squeeze on him. He'll give in pretty easily as long as you keep hitting him where it hurts. Thank you all for chilling out with our waifu of light and for being such groovy people. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. The first part of the Eden raid will be up soon. So until then, I'll catch you on the flip side, Daddy-o.